So there was something else that I want to talk about. Well, I have a lot of things that I can talk about. But it's how eating disorders, right, are not a one-size-fits-all. And the thing that's been really on my mind, because I saw something on Snapchat, like those weird little stories they have at the bottom, and I've been seeing a lot of them lately, is like these things where they're like showcasing girls that were anorexic, like really like low weights, and how they got into like bodybuilding and fitness, and now they're, you know, so-called healthy. And I just want people to understand that this can also just be another form of an eating disorder. And I know from experience, because it's what I did. I never liked being like a skeleton. So when I discovered like, oh, all this time in the gym that I'm doing cardio and abs, I could be building muscle, which means, you know, that I could eat more, you know, I'd feel better or whatever it was. So then it's just like the obsession changed. It became working out and macros and protein, especially, you know, like getting enough protein, especially as a vegan. And so now the obsession came with sculpting a body. Instead of being skinny, I wanted to have muscle. It was, you know, that time of the hashtag strong, not skinny, which is also just so messed up too. But yeah, so the point is, like, just because you're not, you know, a stick figure, because sometimes people that are really skinny don't have eating disorders. So, like, again, don't judge a book by its cover. But the point, right, is that it's a mental illness, very much. It's a mental illness just as much as it is a physical illness. The mentality of being obsessed with food, obsessed with exercise, obsessed with your body, doesn't always have to be in a way that's making you skinny. It could be in a way that's making you super muscular and ripped and toned. And so it's just all an obsession, again, that takes you away from the present moment, that takes you away from living your life. Now, this is sometimes what I think about, because I think a lot and way too much and from all different angles. But like, if that's something you really enjoy and it isn't taking away from your life because you want that to be your life, and you're not causing other people harm, and you're not causing harm to yourself, then great. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that can do that. And I'm working towards that myself, is being able to do exercise, because I think I do love it, although sometimes I'm not sure if that's still like a whisper of the eating disorder in the back of my head. But I do. I like it. It's a way for me to be present, like a moving meditation, you know, if you will. And I like being strong. It's fun. But I have to be careful, because there comes a line that gets crossed when it's like, oh, I'm doing this again to look different, to change my body, rather than this just feels good and it's something, you know, especially right now, it's a way for me to get out of the house. It's really the only thing that I look forward to during the day anymore, because like a lot of weird shit's going on, you know, for everyone. I'm just in a place where it's not only my eating disorder recovery that's going on, it's just like my identity, realizing really who I am. And you know, that's again what I was touching on yesterday, is like an eating disorder becomes your identity, being the skinny one, being the healthy one. Because, right, orthorexia, that's another name for another eating disorder, which is like you're just obsessed with clean eating and exercise. But back to what I was saying, is like the eating disorder becomes your identity. Like, I've heard girls say, you know, I don't want to lose that identity of being the sick one or the healthy one or the one who goes to the gym all the time. Like, you wrap yourself in an identity. And I think all people do this, and it's not necessarily with their body or related to an eating disorder, but it could be their job, it could be their role as a mother, a son, a friend, and it becomes their identity. And then the thing with that is that everything is fleeting. Everything, you know, comes and goes. And if we identify with something like that, then when it's gone, or when it crumbles, or something happens to it, that shakes us. And there's a reason why it does that, because that's not who you truly are. Who you truly are at your core, just say the words, who am I? Ask yourself that question and just settle in there, because you'll discover that you are something more than this body-mind. You are the consciousness behind it. People will say you are God. You are everything. You are the awareness. When you say I am, you're aware that you are aware of everything. It's a really weird thing, but you realize that this body isn't you. You are experiencing this body. And that's helped me also in my eating disorder recovery. It's this is not me. I am experiencing this. And therefore, I want to take care of it and love it and not harm it or cause it any suffering. So again, just remember that who you are is the easiest thing to be, but it gets obscured and colored by our experiences in life, our conditioning, the stories we told ourselves, or the things that have happened in our past, or what we want to happen in our future. And it just gets so blurred. Who we are really gets blurred by all of that. Because who you really are is peace, is happiness, is love. And it's there always in the background. You just have to get to that. And that's why people meditate. A lot of people have the wrong idea about meditation. They think it is a practice until it becomes who you are. The person then is what you do, if that makes any sense. But meditation can help you learn how to clear your mind, how to stop identifying with the thoughts in your head, and just come back to who you really are. When yogis or people who meditate say Om, I love that word because it sounds like home. So you're coming back to who you are, to your home. I don't know, that has been the beautiful thing is, a lot of people are searching for who am I, but we look for it in all the wrong places because it's always here. It's always been here. All the answers have always been on the inside. All right, I'm going on a different tangent. So yeah, I just wanted to say back to the eating disorder stuff, just be careful. And you know what, get on social media, I just have to barely go on it because I just see so much dysfunction especially in the fitness community, even in the eating disorder recovery community. We're still obsessed with our bodies, even if now we're showing it a bigger size. And I still haven't formulated how I feel about this. But it's we're still obsessed. We're still identifying so much with the body. Even though I think it's great to see all different kinds of bodies, because if you're going to be on social media, might as well be seeing a diversity, because I think that's where half the problem comes from, right? Diet culture, movies, magazines, we always see one type of body. So no wonder we've been conditioned for years and years and years to think that if we don't look like that, we're not good enough. Well, guess what? By discovering who you really are, it won't matter what it is you look like, because you'll be firm, you're rooted in who you are. Just like a tree isn't comparing itself to that tree or this tree, or, oh, look at his bark and look at her leaves. It's a tree. It's rooted in itself, rooted in the ground, so that it can grow and reach out and branch out into the world and have experiences, but still be who it is, rooted in itself. All right, that's it for now. Bye.